Hello beauties, and welcome back to the Bumpy Bones Locksport channel. Now this is my entry video for Ishimu Sushi's 200 plus subscriber giveaway. So congrats Ishimu on getting 200 plus subscribers. That is an awesome achievement and I really love your content. So Ishimu wanted us to do a few things for our entry videos, and the first thing he wanted us to do is show our setup. And so I'm going to transfer over to my phone here and we're going to take a look at my Lock Lab setup here. Now I do apologize, my desk is in a bit of a chaotic state. The way that I always like to put it is that the state of my desk often reflects the state of life for me right now, and things have been very chaotic in my life currently. So I did try cleaning up my desk a little bit so it's a little bit less chaotic, but I do apologize. I do a lot at my desk here. And so it does get cluttered very easily. But let's go ahead and take a look at my Lock Lab station here. So let me transfer over to our other camera. Alright, so this is my main Lock Lab station here. So I've got my picks. I've got some followers here that I got from 44 Delta. The pick holder is a pick holder that I made out of a block of Purple Heart that I had in my wood shop. I've got my pinning mat here. I've got an organizer here that's got all the keys for my locks I'm currently working with. It also has some extra picks in there that I don't use too often or that were like my beginning picks, and I just have upgraded them to some newer ones and all that. I've got extra locks in there, so that's where I keep like my kick cylinders. I've got a tubular lock, a wafer lock, a slider lock in there. And then I also have like my pinning tools, extra pinning tools in there as well, plus some other shimming stuff in there. And then along the top, I've got my collection of Mortison locks. I really love collecting Mortison locks. And then I have my other lock collection down here at the bottom that are kind of like my favorite locks and all that. So I've got Pack Lock on the on the left-hand side here. So that's Pack Lock 90, 90A, and the 90A Pros, plus some collector's locks that I've got. And then I've got my American locks on the left-hand side, plus some Avis locks. I got my Lockwood, and then my Federal lock here, so I can grab these and pick through them as well. Those are kind of my current belt level locks that I want to keep kind of up there as well. For recording, I've got some lighting here, so I've got this kind of nice little light that I can move around. I got my camera right up here. This is a Logitech MX Brio, so I've got it on this nice little arm here so it can just stay right in place above where I record. And then I've got my other lighting up here at the top, and then there's my Packlock 200K club letter. And then I got a couple of mics scattered around, so there's the mic that I use to capture the clicky sounds when I'm doing my picking. So this is my main workstation here. Now if we pan to the right a little bit more, this is my main computer. And so I've got my loop deck here. That is what I use to control everything. And so I use OBS to record all my videos. And what's really nice about that is I can actually press a button here, and that will, you don't think this is going to show anything because I don't have the window open in that, but if I go ahead and say, let's go and open up our Lockpickers United Belt system here. So there's our Lockpickers United Belt Explorer. So now if I click on that button here, it should show it on the screen. Oh, do you want? I know why, because I have to turn off the IV cam. So there we go. So that allows me to change all my cameras around. So that's kind of cool. It also allows me to manage my mics and my speakers. And so I got my main computer here. So I've got my scripting that I can do. I don't normally use scripts, but when I do, I like to type them out and all that. I use a voice meter potato to manage all my audio devices, and so I can use this combining with the loop deck to manage my mics and my speakers and all that fun stuff. There's my camera control software. I have another monitor off to the side here where I can keep like my lockpicking database up and running and all that. And then I've got my lock collection on my desk to my right here, and so and some other tools. So I use the cup here to kind of hold my screwdrivers and all that stuff there. This is kind of like the rest of my main lock collection. I got some other locks scattered around the room here. In that organizer, I have the tools that I will use to make security pins and to polish stuff up and to do my crafting and all of that. And then we've got my handcuff collection here. And then we've got my pinning kits that I keep kind of behind them and on top of my safe here and all of that. And so that is my main workstation. So this is where I do all my lockpicking, all my videos. I'm also a remote programmer for a university. And so this is also where I work during the day and all that. So and I'm also a gamer, and this is where I do my gaming. So I do a lot of work at this desk here, which is why I can also become very cluttered throughout time. So I hope everybody enjoyed the tour of my lock shop. Now, Ishimu also wanted us to talk about what got us into lockpicking and what got us into making videos. And I wanted to answer these two questions kind of at the same time because they kind of happened around the same time for me. So I've always been interested in lockpicking growing up. I just never really got into knowing where to get the tools or knowing how to get into it. But last year and I also really love working with my hands. But last year was a really tough year for me. My mom was diagnosed with cancer. That was putting a huge kind of stress on the family with the travel for her treatments. She's doing wonderful now. She's in remission. She's doing amazingly well. And so, but there's still a lot that goes on with her post-cancer treatments and all that. So, it's like and once every 3 months I have to get her up to Boston, which is a 4-hour drive one way, 4.5 hour drive one way for us. So there's still a lot of stress in my life. And so I wanted to get into something that would help me unwind and gather my thoughts. And I was watching a few lockpicking lawyer videos and McNally videos, and I decided to take the leap. So I bought a cheap Chinese set with one of those clear acrylic locks, and I picked it up and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I grabbed this master lock that has been in my family for years, and I'm like, I might pick this open. And I got it picked open and I was like, oh, that was awesome. And it just, in the year that I have been picking locks, just as you can see from my Lock Lab station here, it has just grown tremendously and all that. And for the videos, in it's actually kind of funny because in before my mom got her cancer diagnosis last year, I was actually thinking about starting up another YouTube channel called Bumpy Bones Woodworking or Woodcraft. And because I'm a woodworker, I love working with my hands. I love working with wood. I love building things. And so I was gearing up early last year to create this channel, to create content for woodworking with a disability. And when my mom got her cancer diagnosis, it really changed things around where I didn't have the time to do that. I still do woodworking. I'm still able to get to my shop and do a lot of nice things in there. But doing a YouTube channel around woodworking, making things with that, it's a lot of editing, a lot of recording. It slows down the making of things because you're walking through things. And so that just was not a reasonable goal for me at that time. And so as I got started in with lockpicking and I started getting into the Lockpickers United Belt system and needing a place to upload videos for submissions for that, I got thinking, geez, wouldn't it be great to create a YouTube channel for lockpicking with a disability? I got a pretty rare disability, and so I kind of wanted to create this so that I could also share it within the MHE community as well. It's like, hey, here's a cool little sport that I've been getting into, and here's how I manage, the common pain that most of us have, especially like with the arthritis in the fingers and that, and the inability to really manipulate really fine things at time. Here's how I work around that stuff. So that really kind of started getting me into the videos. But the other thing that really kind of got me into really making them is that the community that is in the Locksport community has just been amazing. And I've really fallen in love with it. It's become a bigger part of my journey. I use lockpicking in my YouTube channel as a way to get away from the craziness in my life right now. And I'm also a remote worker, so I don't get out much. So physical events are really hard for me to participate in. And so having such a wonderful online community to participate in and to be so engaged in means a lot to me. So I do want to thank everybody who watches my video, who likes my content, who engages me in the comments of my videos. I really enjoy everyone who invites me onto the live streams. It means a lot to me to be able to interact with people online and all of that. So for my shout out, I need to really give a big shout out to W3OY Ray. He's been having me on his live streams recently, and they have been a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to getting onto his live stream tomorrow. He also has a lot of really great videos on his channel. He's been doing these progressive pinning videos, and they are absolutely amazing. And he has given me a lot of great advice in the recent months and all of that. And so I really got to give my shout out to him. I really got to thank him for everything that he has done for me with all the advice and allowing me on his live streams and that. So thank you very much, W3OY Ray. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. As always, do feel free to like and comment on my videos, subscribe to my channel, and I hope everybody has a beautiful day, and I will see you all later. And again, Ishamu, congratulations on getting 200 plus subscribers. That is amazing.